Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is F1 Tonight Netherlands, Season 7. I am, of course, your host, Daniel Hazzah Burt, and joining me always the brilliant, the beautiful, well, there's a new one, the magnificent Adrian Stats'Rich. How are you, sir?
Blushing. Thank you very much.
I say it. Good to be with you again, as always, for our first. This is our first season start together, isn't it? Really, with F1 Tonight.
First one.
Yeah, should be a good one. Looking forward to the Grand Prix. This is, of course, the Australian Grand Prix, round number 1 at Albert Park in Melbourne. And just a quick disclaimer again, a bit of deja vu, because we've already done this one once, but I forgot to press the go live button. So here we go again. A quick disclaimer. Yeah, I'm too honest. The slideshow is sort of half finished, in a sense. So we've got the track overview. We're just missing the drivers, which I'll have Adrian go through after we do the track overview. So without further ado, I don't know why the flag's gone back there, but it has. So we'll move on to the track overview here for you. Of course, the Albert Park circuit in Melbourne, Australia. The circuit length is 5.3 kilometres with a total race length of just over 307. And laps for this evening will be 58. So the first sector, there she is, takes us all the way from turn 1, the start finish line, up just before turn 6. A couple of chicanes there, really. The very first one there, 1 and 2, very quick, leading us down through a DRS straight there, down to 3, and then through 4. Another quick section up to the end, really, of sector 1, just before turn 6. Then sector 2 will lead us all the way around from 6 down to pretty much turn 11, really. Again, even more fast corners there through 7 and 8, and then the chicane again of 9 and 10. That'll bring us up the sweeping left hand. Sorry, we are live, aren't we, this time?
We are. I can't see the track.
Okay. There you go. You'll be able to now. Because again, I'm terrible at this job. So
it's a two-man operation.
So again, it's a radio show there, but now we are live and in colour. So again, the sweeping left-hander from 10 all the way to 11, very fast, risky overtake zone there, but should for the race tonight. And then again, another sort of chicane, if you like, 11 and 12, very fast, very quick corner there, but can be an interesting one. Potentially some spins there throughout the race, depending on the grip levels. And then sector 3 will bring us through from 11 all the way back to the start finish line through the slower portion of the track, really, 13, 14, and then that slow corner there of 15, and round the sweeping right of 16 back to the start finish straight. The DRS zones, which aren't going to show up because I didn't have time to actually put those in, but there actually are 3 zones. There is the one after turn 2 as well, which for some reason isn't on. It's not even on the Formula 1 website. That one.
Is it not?
No.
Okay.
Well, I don't know. Yeah, it does definitely exist. So actually, DZ1 you can see there is actually DZ2, and of course DZ2 is actually DZ3, and DZ1 is not even there. But I think that's just before turn 1, I believe. And then you've got the section there between 2 and 3 is your first zone, and then the second DRS detection zone is after turn 12. That point, detection point, is before turn 11. So you want to be right on the back of the guy in front just before turn 11. A hard thing to do, but certainly possible. And then that unleashes you with some good DRS and some good straight line speed between 12 and 13. And then the second DRS detection, or sorry, third DRS detection zone, just before turn 14, quite a way before the zone actually, which is down the. Actually, no, it's not down the start finish 8, is it? So there are just 2, and I'm just making it up. There aren't 3. Is there one down the start finish straight?
Yes.
There is.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, there definitely are 3. I remember Australia, being.
Yeah, so I don't know why I didn't think there was.
They only introduced the third one.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, so that third DRS section zone is actually before 14. And then a bit of a ways before the zone itself, which is between 16 and turn 1, the start finish straight there. Again, so 3 DRS section zones, plenty of opportunities for overtake around this circuit. One that I do like quite a lot. I think you do as well, don't you, Adrian?
Yeah, absolutely. It's one of my all-time favourite circuits, Albert Park, and one that I tend to do quite well on if I can finish the race.
Yeah, that does always help. I think I'm on board that boat with you as well. Again, one that I really like, but again, finishing it does help. Yeah, very, very. I like the track quite a lot. A lot of fun corners. There's not really any of it that I don't particularly like, to be honest.
Well, apart from perhaps the 11 and 12.
Yeah, that's one that I think I've kind of got sussed, but again, yeah, it's one that you need to get right, otherwise it just does not go right at all.
Yeah, in the F1 Tonight UK race on Tuesday, we had a number of retirements before, sort of in the first 15 laps. We had three safety cars.
Yes.
And 2 VSCs, I think we had as well, from memory.
Yeah, all thanks to Codemasters. It certainly makes the race more exciting, I think. So it's actually not. I'm quite happy with the addition of the increased safety cars.
Yep, so am I.
Yes. So, anything more to add on the track, Adrian?
Not particularly, but yeah, as I said, at 11 and 12, if drivers haven't got their setup sort of just right, then yeah, they will find themselves spinning out there, especially on the exit of 12.
Yeah.
But yeah, other than that, this track is fairly friendly.
Indeed, yeah, it is. It's quite friendly. But anyway, if you want to, do you want to run through our runners and riders, or just do you want to run through the whole league? Because obviously it's our first race of the season, and who's gone where?
I can,
That's okay.
if I can dig up that information.
No worries. In the meantime, I'm going to bring us over to the stream itself. Look at that. I think actually it's on Discord, isn't it?
It is. I'm ready with the lineup if you.
Yeah, absolutely. Bring us on.
Yeah, no worries. I'll run them through sort of in the normal order for the team. So Mercedes first, Miguel Tourney and Paul Correa. Tourney was previously at, I think it was at Alfa Romeo last season. Paul Correa's moved over from Haas, previously with Peter Phillip. Paul Correa is here, I'm sure I have seen him, yes.
He is, yep.
Miguel Tourney is not racing. Ferrari has got Boy Williamson now, who finished second in the championship with Red Bull last season, and Sander Hermans, who actually won the Australian Grand Prix last season, if you remember, with Williams. So keep an eye on him for this race. That's a very strong team there, actually, Ferrari, Williamson and Hermans. Red Bull now has Guido Urshan and Marcel Dronig. They're a pairing that have been together in the past. I think that was in season 5, from memory. I think they were. I want to say Haas. I'll have to look back at those ones. McLaren has the familiar pairing of Sildervit and Nisha Mahadra. Both drivers moved over from Renault now for McLaren. Haas has the season 6 champion Nicky Visser and Hans Vanderberg, who finished 4th, I think he did in the championship.
Good stuff.
He was racing for Toro Rosso last season. Alfa Romeo, Paz Den Breyen, who's won the Constructors' Championship 5 times, I think, out of 6.
It's not bad going.
No, never won the Drivers' Championship. Though he's finished runner-up 4 times, but no, never won it. He's teamed up with Damie Hartman, who won the championship season 5 and finished runner-up last season. So again, very strong pairing. Expect Alfa Romeo to be sort of right up there come the end of the season. Toro Rosso now has John Donkel, league owner. He's moved over from Ferrari, and Kevin Van Delft, who's joined him. I think he was at where was Van Delft?
He was Toro Rosso. No, sorry, Racing Point, wasn't he? With R.A. Kopp,
yes,
I think.
That was it. Yep. Mark Stappers and Peter Phillip are now driving for Renault. Both drivers are here tonight. Mark Stappers was John Donkel's teammate for Ferrari. Peter Phillips was he was with Paul Correa at Haas last season. Williams has R.A. Kopp, you just mentioned, and Martin Pardecuper. And Racing Point have still, they haven't got any drivers at the moment, so just 18 in this league. 13 of them are here tonight.
Yeah, as you say, it's a bit of a low turnout, isn't it? But you know what? We've got a good few drivers here, so I think we're on for a good race regardless.
Yeah, I think tonight is sort of quality over quantity.
Yes. Absolutely, yeah. Certainly is. So we're just coming into Q2. before we move on with those things, just to address that, obviously, of course, next week we will be back to full swing of things. It will be the full introduction with the PowerPoints and back to normal really next week. So do rest assured, we'll be back to our normal exceptional quality next week. Of course, with Eddie back on the team now with still DeVitt. They'll be the regular commentary team in the UK, so for the UK stream. So very, very strong pairing on Tuesday nights. And just to reference the intro video you saw there, that was kind of Eddie, and he told me the name of the person that helped him, or he would compile most of the video, I think, his name was Buddha. Just to give him a shout out. Hopefully you're not a member of the Netherlands League, and I've completely blanked you out. It was spelled B-U-D-H-A. So again, if you're out there, thanks for helping Eddie along with that one.
That
yeah, do you know him?
Spoiler, Dan. Yeah, that is Guido Urshan. That is his original gamer tag.
Right, perfect. Okay, Guido. Good stuff. So Guido and Eddie.
Buddha, I think it is.
Right. Okay. Good stuff. Good stuff. So Guido and Eddie working hard on that one. So very big thanks to them for helping us out with that introduction. Back now. Drivers out. Still stuck in the pits at the moment. 4 drivers in the pit, but most guys are out on track. Get the chat back up and see who we can see who's. I don't know if you know who's come around first. Is that one guy just come around turn 1 now? Oh, sorry, no, actually, I think
it's John Donkel is out on. Is sort of first on track.
Okay.
A bit wobbly on 12, actually, John.
Yeah, as we said, tricky corner, isn't it? To if you catch that curb at all, it's game over, isn't it? That exit curb of turn 12.
Yeah, it really is.
Comes now through the 3rd sector. He should be our first man across the line to set a competitive time in Q2.
Damie Hartman will be next, followed by Pardy Cooper.
Okie dokie. So here comes John Donkel now. His new team, Toro Rosso. What's he going to do? A 1:22.7 on the soft tyre. So that's what his strategy looks like at the moment then. A soft tyre start.
Yeah, there's a couple of options open to the drivers there. You've got the you can actually run the soft, medium, soft, or soft, medium, depending on what you want to do it.
Yeah.
Or he could be opting for a soft hard strategy, which again is another viable one. Damie Hartman at 23.9 and Martin Parker with 24.2.
Yeah, not too bad. I think they're running different tyre compounds, aren't they? Just going to get up the fitted there. Oh no, they are still on the soft. Sorry, a little different from the external camera.
Sorry, Boy Williams looking quick as well. No, he's not.
No, he's not. Not anymore.
No, Sander Hermans was looking quick.
Yeah, he's just in the wall.
Yeah, is he just spun? Was that at 12?
I think it was. I think he might have lost it at 12, but it's almost that kink between 12 and 13 where it looked like he had actually veered off. No damage that I can see on the car. His wing still looks fairly intact, which is good for his sake.
Yeah.
Body lap here. Hopefully he can get another one done. He's going quite slow. Revving up for another lap, I would have thought.
Yeah, see how much ERS he's got. Has he got enough?
He's got 60, just under 70%, I think, at the moment. So depending on how he uses it across the lap, he should have enough.
Yeah, he's going for it. Yeah, he should have enough to do it.
I'm interested. I don't know if you've got that information on your screen or on your they've got the little tool there to help you see what people's lap times were. Martin Pardy Cooper, at least what I could see, was fastest in sector 1. I don't know if that's true, but it did look like it went purple on the track map.
He may have. I'm going to have to check it the old-fashioned way. 27.5 negative. That is the second fastest time.
Okay.
The pole time at the John Donkel's time is a couple of tenths quicker in that sector.
Right, so quite a big gulf there, isn't it? At the moment, 1.2 seconds between 1 and 2. Just on board with Ari Kopp now as he comes round turn 16 to start his first flying lap, I think, for tonight. He's on the medium tyre, so he'll be the 4th. Oh no, he's just finished his lap. There you go, 1:25.2 on the medium tyre.
Yeah, not too bad that.
Yeah.
Sander Hermans was purple again in the first sector, but he's just invalidated on turn 12 this time.
Yeah, again, he either spin or invalidated up there. So another. It's a very tricky corner, isn't it, to get right both in keeping the car on track and also keeping your lap on track.
Yes. Boy Williamson on a fast lap now, though. He's only a tenth down on John Donkel's first sector, and he's actually run the medium tyre.
Oh wow, okay, good stuff from Boy then. So, yeah, strong pairing over at Ferrari. Well, actually quite a few strong pairings, aren't there, really, up and down the field?
Yeah. Yeah.
But Ferrari in particular looking pretty strong this evening. Of course, Boy in the Red Bull last time out, winning the Constructors' Championship, like you said, alongside Nicky Visser.
Yeah, they were a good pairing. They were actually together for two full seasons.
Oh, okay. Was that random? Was it for season 6 too?
It was not random. No.
Okay. Boy Williamson. Oh, look at that! 123.3 on the medium. That's not too shabby, is it?
Not at all. No. No, that tyre.
That'll do. 6/10 off the pole man. On the harder compound, he'll be happy with that one. Only 2 drivers dropping out of Q2, 10 going through, of course, to Q3 at the moment. Paul Quarret and Guido Urshan. Guys in top zone. Paul, actually, I don't know if he's crashed out or lagged out. I didn't recall seeing a DNF for him.
He's retired in the pit. I've got a little spanner against his name, which means
okay.
he's in the garage.
Righto. Well, at least he's not crashed out then, but it looks like he's doesn't want to run Q2. Happy with the free tyre choice, I guess.
Yeah.
So Guido's still yet to come out. He's got plenty of time though, so no rush for him. Mark Stappers though has just jumped to P3, I believe.
Peter Phillip on a quite a good lap right now. He's just come around sector 2, and Baz de Bruyne just behind him as well. He's on the medium tyre.
Okay, good stuff.
On a good lap.
Cool. So we'll have 2, hopefully, pretty quick laps coming across. Just a second. Peter Phillip come around turn 16 now, unwinding his brand new Renault for season 7. Across the start finish line. He goes P3, 123.5. Nice lap from him.
Ahead of his teammate.
Yeah, it's always nice, isn't it, for the new season? And then Baz de Bruyne P5 again, ahead of his teammate, a 123.7 on the medium. Again, nice lap, only 4/10 slower than the next guy on the medium, which was Boy Williamson. That's quite satisfying, isn't it? Both the Renaults, both the Alfa Romeos paired up on the standings there.
Yeah. Interesting to see what Sander Herman's time will be. He actually doesn't have to push very much because you've got Paul Quarret who's retired in the pit, so he's only got to beat 1 driver, not 2. Guido Urshan on an out lap at the moment. It's really going to be a sort of head-to-head for those 2 drivers.
Yeah, definitely. Zander now just coming through to complete sector 1. Not seeing a purple on the track map, so not fastest, but I'm sure it's...
No.
How's he looking? Quick?
It's a 10th down on John Donkel, who's
Okay.
P1.
That's not too bad then, is it? On the harder compound there.
No. Having said that, I think he's taking it slightly easier. We'll see how he takes 11 and 12.
Well, looks like he went purple there in sector 2.
Negative. It's not.
Okay.
This time it's still faster than it's still faster than John Donkel, but not the fastest time, which was set by him on the previous lap.
Right. So round turn 15. Around again, 16 can be quite a hard corner, can't it? Just to get the car unleashed properly out of the exit there. But he comes around the start-finish line now, and he's going to go P2, 122.9. That's a good lap there on the medium tyre. That's very strong for him.
And equally satisfying, like Ferrari, Renault,
yeah.
Alfa Romeo.
Keep it up, guys.
Guido Urshan's looking strong as well, though, at the moment.
I think he's just gone wide there. Ran off track there a bit through 13. He's still still valid and kept some good time in the car.
I think he'll get away with that.
Again, off-roading's never good for the times, but still going to keep going here. P7. Nice. So what's RA going to do now then? I presume he'll come back out. He's got time to do it.
Yeah, I bet he didn't want to come back out, but he's
no.
unfortunately going to have to if he wants to go through.
Yep, and here he comes now. So are any, having a look now of the drivers that we have, are any guys in the same car they were in last time out?
No, they are not.
No,
Everybody has moved.
Yeah. throws up the, I guess you could say, the stability of the drivers being happy in their cars. I'm sure they've done plenty of practice into season between season 6 and this one. Get used to their new, the handling model, really, isn't it?
Yeah,
that's the difference.
And I think only Sildavit and Mahadra Singh have maintained each other as teammates. I think everybody else has got new teammates as well.
Oh yeah, yeah, that's a good point. Actually, I didn't think about that one. So Ari now we get on board as he comes through 12 and 13. Looks fairly composed through there, getting a nice bit of curve there on the exit of 13. Oh, sorry, 12.
Interesting, he's using mode 2 on his outlap as well. It's surely to generate a little bit more heat in the tyres.
Yeah, perhaps.
As he just starts his hot lap.
Yeah, it looks like he's put it up to mode 4 now, has he? If I'm looking correctly, yeah, mode 4.
Yeah, he's fired up now.
Oh, getting a bit wide there. That's through 16. Here he goes then. Getting his hot lap underway again. Turn 1, a crucial corner really to get the lap off to a good start, isn't it? One that you need to get lined up properly so you get a good run through 2. Look pretty good there.
He's going to need a 27.4 in the first sector to beat P10.
Right.
I'll tell you what it is in a moment.
Yep, we've got the lap data on screen as well, so hopefully we'll be able to see it there too.
No.
Oh, he might be a bit off. 27.6 I've got.
Yep. That's still his best.
So is there no way of him beating the time now?
Yeah, there is. Yeah. He's only 2/10 off, and it wasn't a great sector from Dronig. 22.4 in the middle to beat. It's a 22.4 from him.
Oh, good stuff. So he's matching it. So sector 3 is going to be where it all comes down to then. Comes up to turn 13 now. Gets the car braked and through there nicely. And even 14 is quite a tricky corner just to get the gearing right sometimes. Through 16 now, again, we discussed that earlier, a bit of a hard one to unleash the car, but he looked pretty composed through there as he comes down the main straight now. Come across the line. Very nice, a 123.8, good stuff. Alright, very nice, P8 then. That is both Williams, which would be a shock in real F1, but of course, these guys, they can do it, no trouble at all. That's both Williams through to Q3.
I think that's Ari's first time in Q3 as well.
Oh, good stuff. So
congratulations to him.
Yeah, very big congratulations to Ari there. We actually discussed, didn't we? I think at the end of season 6, Abu Dhabi, last time out. We got good things in mind for Ari, haven't we? Really.
Yep.
I think he's ever improving. So good stuff, and that just shows there. P8, Q3. In the drop zone, and of course out of Q2, Marcel Droning and Paul Quarret. They don't make it through this time round. Paul not being able to set a lap, but Marcel not too far off, only 3/10 out, so there wasn't a big gap in it. But Ari put the lap in when he needed to. The strategy rise then, a bit of a mix, isn't it? But majority are on softs. 4 drivers there on the medium.
Yep, 6-4. I think personally I prefer starting on the soft tyre here in Australia. It's only because I don't particularly like the medium. Normally say I don't like the hard, but in my practice with my new teammate Jack Wilson that we on Monday, discovered I did not have the pace on the medium. But could match pace on the other 2 tyres. So, yeah, I wonder if some of the other drivers are feeling that as well.
Yeah, indeed. Strategy here is a bit of an interesting one for me personally. I don't know what I think I'd be happy starting on the mediums if I'm honest. Interestingly, yeah, probably. Maybe probably medium, soft. I think. Well, I'd try and make work if I could.
Yep. Yeah, that's quite a safe strategy.
Yeah, I'm a safe kind of guy.
Medium tyres. So I've heard.
I just play it safe, cruise around. Happy day.
Joni will be disappointed to not go
Yeah.
through there. He's a very quick driver. Finished 7th in the championship last season.
Yep.
And I think he had a couple of podiums as well. But he was regularly featured in the top 5 most races.
Yeah, indeed. Yeah. So, looking for a, I guess you could say a bit of a comeback drive this evening from him from P11. Of course, he'll have free tyre choice, so we'll have to wait and see what he chooses to go out on. So I'm just working on getting the banner up and on the bottom of the screen just for the viewers there. Coming to Q3, be of course the fast, all-out, all guns blazing battle for P1. You guys in there that you could see up there, isn't there?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. In fact, that sort of leads us on to what I was going to ask you first, Dan, before you asked me.
Oh, you!
Who your prediction for pole position is going to be?
You know what? I am going to say Baz Den Brand.
Damn it.
And to that I say Hazzah!
Hazzah to you. Well, I'm going to say his teammate, Damian Hartman, I think will take pole here.
Okay, cool. Yeah.
Yeah, both of them have wins in double digits against their names, so it's, and indeed pole positions. I think Baz probably has a few more poles than Damie.
Yep. Tonight, Baz could get Damie, sorry, could get a bit closer to that number of poles depending on how this turns out. Looking, I think that's going to be John Donkel will be first to cross the start-finish line on his outlap, so we go on board with him.
Just realised, Dan, we've lost Nicky Visser, I think, unless I'm
Yeah, well,
mistaken.
I didn't see him in Q2, so I didn't. Was he out in Q? Did he somehow drop out in Q3? Oh, sorry, Q1.
I'll have to have a look back there. Unless I missed, I may have missed something. That may be me. Apologies. So.
No problem at all. He was due to race tonight, wasn't he?
Yes, he was. Yeah.
Well then, hopefully we'll have him back. Right, so there we go. The viewers will now have the banner and the rolling titles on the bottom there. Sorry about that, guys. Thought I'd changed over, but it's there now. So John now coming round. I see a bit of rain. I see some rain, Adrian.
I say.
I say, this can really throw things up in the air now. The sun still shines, but the rain starts to fall as John comes round. Sorry, go on.
So I was just going to say, Martin Piderkeeper's crashed on track. Looks like turn 6.
We've had one driver stop the track. This is Ferrari stopped at the exit of 12 as well. So a couple of drivers. I think that's Zander. Yeah, Zander's sideways. He's lost it on the exit of 12. So we might see happen tonight. So this could really really throw things up in the air as Baz goes P1 with a 1:21.977. So I mean, depending on how heavy this rain starts to come down and who can get their lap times in, that could be a pole position already decided, couldn't it, Adrian?
Absolutely, and even if it doesn't come down particularly heavy, it's still going to wash away the rubber that's on the track. So it's going to completely negate the so-called track evolution, where the more rubber goes down, the faster you can go. That's just going to get wiped out.
Yeah, certainly. Guido, though, has decided not to come out, so I don't know if he assumed the rain would be coming sooner than he could get a lap set, or if he was not interested. He's still in the pit there at the moment.
Oh no, I think he's leaving the pit now, Guido.
Oh, okay. Still registering the thing on the start at the moment.
I saw something come out.
Right,
Something blue.
Hey. So whatever that blue thing was, you can leave up to the imagining. Yes. Still showing it at the moment. Oh, the blue thing I think might have been in. Still not seeing Guido out on track. I don't know about you.
I am now.
Yeah, no, yeah, there he is. There we go.
Yeah, it doesn't.
It's weird. The
doesn't show you until.
The pit lane. I'm right on board just so I can watch him. But we are on board with Guido. No.
There we go. The other cam's changed.
Oh, there we go. Yeah. Guido's out laps. How he takes it. Bit ginger, I would have thought. Depends on how heavy the rain falls.
It's not going to be nice.
Yeah, certainly won't. The track doesn't. I mean, I guess we can't say it's dry anymore, but it certainly doesn't look wet yet.
No, no. But it will still be affecting the drivers mentally, if not the car physically.
Yeah, definitely. Hopefully, Guido's got time here to get a nice lap in. Again, Zander managed to get another one in. He went from a 2:06, I think it was, up to a 1:22.7, so good recovery from him to P4 at the moment. Two Ferraris there occupying the second row of the grid. But so far, I'm the one getting the water at the end of tonight. Of course, Baz still standing up at the pole end.
Dan, I don't know if you noticed the two Ferraris actually just 3 1,000ths apart.
Oh, blimey, yeah, good point. Yeah, very close between those two. That's always nice, isn't it, when you get teammates that can challenge each other so close on track.
Yep.
You'll see some of that in the race too.
As I said earlier, but the two Ferrari drivers, that is a really strong pairing. Both of those drivers won races last season. Sander won this very race, as I mentioned.
Yeah, indeed. See if we can make it a double whammy tonight. That's good. I don't know how the stream side of things is looking, but Guido's a bit jumpy for me. I don't know if it's the same for you, if it's just me.
No, I'm not noticing anything
good.
Drastic. 27.4 in the first sector from Guido. That's compared to the fastest sector, which is 26.8 by John Donkel.
Okay, wow.
So a little bit off the pace, although he's matched John in the middle.
Oh, okay, interesting. Strong middle sector there from Guido. Again, from some outside angles, it almost looks like the rain stopped, but it is still falling ever so lightly. Guido comes around 16.
I think he's on for P4 or 5, I think.
Yeah, he looks
6.
23.4, P6. Not too bad there. A lot of 122, so we've got 123. 2 124s there from R.A. Kopp and Peter Phillip. And Mark Stapper's down the back there with a 125.1. I think he was one of the last to go out, wasn't he? So felt most of the rain, I think.
Definitely got the wettest.
Yeah, it certainly did. We'll just notice now actually on Guido's lap, a remnant with the McLaren helmet going on there with
He just can't let go, can he?
No.
Schumacher did the same, if you remember. He still had his bright red helmet from Ferrari and went to Mercedes.
Yeah, he did.
Come back.
Funny helmet, didn't he, Schumacher? It never really looked the same as anyone else's. I mean, like physically, not in terms of colour, but I think design-wise, it was a slightly different one, wasn't it? I'm getting a bit of like.
It's kind of him all over, and it's a bit different.
Yeah, indeed.
Again.
Oh, sorry, Adrian, you're a bit broken up for me there, mate.
You're lagging quite a lot on the mic. For me, anyway, but probably not on stream.
No, I think I probably am. Well, actually, no. Oh, that's a bit better. How are you now? Speak to me, Adrian.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, hello. Hazzah!
Hazzah! There he is. Oh, dear. It's always the same.
Yep.
Like an old couple, we can't hear each other half the time. Let's turn our hearing aids on.
What?
What's that? So, Zander now coming round the final corner to begin his second lap. Brand new set of softs. Let's see what he can put out of the bag here. Again, oh, I think he might have backed off. I think he's already.
Did he invalidate?
I don't know if he invalidated or if. I think that must be the case. He didn't lose the back end too much. He did lose it a bit through two. But not enough to really abort.
Yeah, the lap didn't look invalid. I think he just felt he lost too much time with that slide.
Yeah.
So he decided, no, I'll pull out now and do one more lap after this.
Quite possibly. But boy, Williamson is also out there. I think he's on a lap, isn't he, at the moment?
Correct, he is. He's on an in lap. This is not a good lap at all.
Okay.
On an out lap, sorry. He's in mode 5, full ERS, so this will be his hot lap.
Yeah, this will be it then.
Ooh,
it's a bit hairy there out of turn 16. Let's see how turn 1 goes.
I'll keep an eye on Sander Hermans.
Yep.
Just coming around sector 3 now.
Oh boy, getting that back end all over the place there through turn 3. That'll be his lap over. Again,
Yeah, that's him done.
It's hard to know really whether to carry on, isn't it, after those first couple of laps?
Yeah, Sander's in the pit as well, actually, so that's it, isn't it? That is the session.
I mean, yeah, 5 seconds left. No one's gonna better it now. So there we have it.
So very well done on your very well done, Dan, prediction.
I think very well done could be a word.
very well
done. Definition: when something doesn't go quite right. That was very well done, wasn't it? Yes. Basden Brian takes pole position. 121.977. So the only one to reach the 121s.
I know.
Sorry, go on.
So I was just going to say, I know the conditions are quite a lot different here as they were to what they were on Tuesday in the F1 Tonight UK race, but the pole time in that race was a 1:19.8, set by Dylan Platt.
Indeed, yes. Yeah, very strong qualifying, and actually the race was strong until he had a bit of a moment through 13, didn't he, and hit the wall, unfortunately. So, Boy Williamson is just getting rolled into his garage.
Don't see from Dylan.
No, you certainly don't. I'm sure he'll take that one on the chin and come back for next week's race, which of course will be Bahrain. Round 2. But for now, we're here at round 1, the Australian Grand Prix, and Basden Brian is on pole position in his new Alfa Romeo. Don Donkel lines up on the front row with him, P2. Boy Williamson is P3 with Zander Herman just behind his teammate, P4. Damien Hartman's P5. P6 is Guido Urshan. P7, R.A. Kopp. Peter Phillip is P8. Mark Stapper's P9, and P10 on the 5th row is Martin Pardy Cooper for Williams. He sets no time though, because of course he crashed out. There's our top 10. Is there a break between quali and race, Adrian?
Just FYI, don't worry, we've got a little break. I'm getting quite a lot. There will be a break. Yes, well, they're going to ready up at 21:30. Their time's 20:30 our time. It's less than 4 minutes from now.
Okie dokie.
But what I was going to say, Joe, getting quite a lot of lag in this party or this Skype.
I'll tell you what I might
chat.
try and do then, just whilst we've got this break, because I might get back on the Xbox side of it and try it there.
Okay.
If that works any better. All right, we'll be back shortly after these advertisements.
Is there? Zane. 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 Oh well.
Yeah. Right, so ladies and gentlemen, we are back for the Australian Grand Prix. After that small break between quali for drivers to have a drink, have a biscuit, quick toilet break, all that, all that kind of thing. Of course, I just go for a biscuit between my my quali race. Nice digestive gets me through.
I go for a biscuit on the bog.
A biscuit bog.
A digestive while digesting.
Do you mean bog biscuit?
Yeah, bog biscuit.
Yeah, fantastic. So hopefully we'll be touch wood, the lag will be behind us there with the party. We can carry on. Think through as then Brain for Alfa Romeo leads the way as we go through turn 11 and 12 there. John Donkor behind him in the Toro Rosso. Roy Williamson and Zander Herman line up P3 and P4. Damien Hartman, the other Alfa Romeo, P5 there. Guido Urshan in the Red Bulls, P6. R.A. Kopp for Williams, P7. And the two Renaults, Peter Philip and Mark Stappers there are in P8 and P9. Martin Party Cooper in P10. The other Williams there. Marcel Droning there in P11 for Red Bull. Paul Correa for Mercedes is P12. And Nicky Visser is back in the Haas, P13. So this race just got a bit more exciting, didn't it?
It did indeed. Yeah, Nicky crashed out in Q1. Corner before the end of Sector 1, that'd be turn 5.
Very interesting. So then, we will be monitoring this one closely, or Nicky closely, as we watch him see how he does from P13 on the grid. But the drivers now all lined up. I can get there, go, there's the front camera, so the lights lighting up now. There's 3, 4 lights, 5 lights. And they are go! The drivers away from the start. Looks like Baz got a pretty good one, but John Donkor also looking pretty racy there in the Toro Rosso. Oh, looks good up the inside, but just couldn't make it there. Baz holds it around the outside, keeps P1. His teammate, though, up 2 places into P3 there. Damien Hartman looking good, isn't he?
Yeah, very strong from Damien and like that. Nicky just pacing himself at the back, stayed out of trouble, but he hasn't gained anything at the moment.
Indeed, yeah.
Oh, we got a spin out. Williams just spun turn 4.
Oh, okay.
Nearly wiped out Paul Correa.
Blimey, so Martin Party Cooper there. Oh, bit out of shape there. I don't know how much of the front wing is missing there. I couldn't quite see. Definitely some end plates off. So looking further up the field then, Damien now up to P2. So the Alfa Romeo boys running 1 and 2 at the moment. Very strong start from those two.
Expect to see that a lot.
Yeah, I think you're right. As you said, strong pairing over
Yeah,
there.
apologies if I keep interrupting you, by the way. Can't always hear what you're saying.
Sorry. Again, BT, thanks a lot. So the first lap coming up to be yeah, very good. So the first lap now coming to an end. The two Alfa Romeos running here, 1 and 2, very strong stuff. Zander Herman still holds his P4 from the start there. His teammate Boy Williamson loses 2 places though, he's down in P5, but still the Ferrari's running strong there, 4 and 5. Martin Party Cooper there comes in the pits, obviously his wing damage was efficient enough to get that sorted. As Damien Hartman has passed his teammate into turn 3. Those guys looking pretty strong.
Stuff there from Damien. It's not easy getting past. Could have been tactical. Damien is running the soft tyre, is he not?
I think he is. Yeah. Let's just get the fitted. There you go. Yeah, Damien on the soft. So that probably explains part of the reason there. Baz on P2 on the medium. He'll be going a bit longer than Damien, won't he? Yeah. So. You can see that position swap will probably inevitably change hands again after the pit stop.
Yep. Yeah. You can do sort of 15, 16 laps on the soft. Oh, John Donkel's gone.
John Donkel's off. Yeah, I just saw him spin there out of turn 12.
12.
I don't think that'll be worthy of a safety car. He was well off track there, so he should be okay. Safety car.
VSC.
Oh, VSC, yeah. VSC deploys, all the drivers now have to do, I believe, 140% lap times. So again, they have to increase their lap times, which means go slower. And you can see there, the VSC, again, one thing that I don't like about it, it brings that gap right down, because that was over a second now between those two alphas, and now it's actually still, it has gone back to a second. Oh, now over. Okay, so I talking out of my behind at the moment.
Yeah, the idea of the the idea of the VSC is to maintain the gaps to what they were before the VSC. It's like
yeah.
my brother always says, like having all the cars on scale X track all on the same slot. So we press the button, they all go at the same speed.
Indeed. And we are back up to racing speed now. The green flag's waved, and we're away again. So Peter Phillip, did Peter start? No, he's just stopped for hard tyres. So a change of strategy for him now. The Renault driver going onto the hard tyre.
Yep. Yeah, I wonder if that was an incident. I did see a piece of a Renault fly off, and it doesn't look to be Stappers, so yeah, perhaps it was Peter Phillips who got involved in something. Nicky Visser, though, battling for P8, just passing Marcel Dronig.
Yeah, just looking at that now.
Soft tyres.
Indeed, yeah. Good stuff there. Like you say, different compounds, and Nicky's actually on the slower one, so good move from him. DRS assistance to get him past between 12 and 13. Good stuff. So he's now up to P8.
And Nicky's got full ERS at the moment as well.
Oh, very nice. Meanwhile, his next victim, if you like, RA Cops up in front. And he's running mode 2 at the moment, but still pretty good on ERS at the moment. So won't be an easy move for Nicky to make here. Again, Ari on the softer tyre, isn't he? So he'll be inevitably slightly grippier, a bit quicker through the corners.
Yep. Ooh, went a bit wide there, Ari. He's got some dirt on his left side.
This could be a nail in the coffin for these next couple of corners. Again, one of the things with this game is getting dirt on your tyres. It takes the grip out of them for a bit longer than you'd think. So Nicky will have DRS here, up to turn 13. It might be a bit too far back here to make a move work. Behind him though, Paul Quarry was looking a bit racy behind Marcel Droning in the Red Bull. A bit of a battle here for both places, P9 and P7. I don't know if you saw the moment. I think Guido managed to pass Mark Stappers there a bit further back.
I didn't see that, no, but yeah, Stappers down in P6 now.
Yep. Guido now up one place from the start. Damien Hartman though, still the well actually Damien and Nicky both the big winners on position gain. They're 4 for Damien, but Nicky up 5. Damien, of course, still leading the race. Putting out quite a nice lead there on his teammate of 4 seconds now, isn't he?
Yep. Yeah, Nicky just 0.4 now behind Ari. Should have him, I imagine, into turn 13. Oh, it's a 3-second penalty. Sander Hermans running P3.
That probably was. I'd assume that was through 12. Easily done. But Nicky now looking to make a move.
Nicky
and he does it.
Yeah.
13, nice and easy. Notice Nicky also wearing the Senna helmet. Could it be on for a Senna drive?
I imagine he probably will be. He'll be absolutely eyeing up the win here. Didn't get it last season.
No, but yeah, I think, like you say, definitely eyeing up that winner's trophy. Then Mark Stappers next up the road, just under 4 seconds ahead. So when do you think the soft tyre runners will be looking to make their first stop? Don't know if you heard that, Adrian. Again, apologies, because apparently my internet can't cope with anything over a...
Yeah, no, I didn't.
Yeah, over a simple text message. Anything more than that, and noise came over. I was asking, what do you think about the soft tyre runners pitting, and what lap do you think they'll be coming in?
I imagine they'll be in around that. It should be about like 20 or so. Might be a little bit sooner than that. But yeah, that's pretty much the norm here.
Yeah. Oh, blimey! Blimey, Governor! I don't know if you saw that. Paul Quarry and Marcel Droning there coming. Oh, I say, yeah, and safety car out. I don't know why.
Oh,
No one actually crashed out there, but it could be because of debris. Paul Quarry was bouncing off every wall you could think of between 12 and 13, trying to make a pass there.
No.
On Marcel Droning, so that probably was debris.
We've got Stafford behind the safety car. We've got Stafford behind the safety car. He's doing what he did at Brazil.
Oh, good, he's passing. Good.
Oh, there we go. He's now decided to go.
Hey.
Yeah, Stafford. If you remember at Brazil, yeah, Stafford just stood there or sat there on track. The safety car thinking he can't overtake it. The safety car wasn't moving.
Yeah.
And yeah, it looked like Steppers was thinking the same again, but fortunately this time he's probably been ushered forwards by his compatriots.
Yeah, I think so, yeah. Yeah, good stuff. Interesting, it was the same person actually. I didn't realise it was Mark that did it last time.
Yeah.
So Damien Hartman now, well, still leading the way at the moment. He'll be just running a low delta, or a high delta I guess you could say, compared to his normal lap time as he comes round to pick up the safety car. Oh no, he's coming into the pit, so a strategy change here. And Alfa Romeo, see what Bazden Brayan does. He's coming in too, so double stacking. What do you think about that one then, Adrian? That's both the Ferraris now unleashed to lead this Grand Prix.
Yeah, that's going to be crucial, really. I don't think that could have come at a better time. And very brave move to double stack like that. But yeah, that will give them an advantage later on in this Grand Prix.
Actually, it was a pretty smooth stop there from Alfa Romeo as well. Both cars in and out fairly quickly. Ari Kopp coming out just behind.
Yep.
Oh, sorry, Damien Hartman just in front of Ari Kopp.
What the Alfa Romeos will now not want to see, bearing in mind they're both on the hard tyres, what they won't want to see is more safety cars. And I've got a feeling we probably will get at least one more.
Yeah.
Because that will kind of negate the advantage that they have on the hard tyres, because then everybody else can, for the safety car, everybody else can manage their tyres so much because they're just not using the rubber.
Yeah, absolutely. And like we've seen there with that safety car, it was only brought out really because of debris, and something we can very easily see spread on track. So, like you say, a chance for another one quite high. So a couple of drivers still to be picked up by the safety car. Monty Party Cooper's down the back at the moment. Up ahead of him, Peter Phillip in P11, Paul Quarry's P10. Marcel Droning, P9. Mark Stappers is P8, P7. Bazden Brayan, one of the second Alfa Romeos to make his stop under the safety car, so hoping to make a new strategy work here. But like you say, Adrian, well, it might not work out that way for them. All behind the safety car now. Probably one more lap, do you think? Under the safety car?
Yeah, it should be one more. Yeah, we'd know by now if it was coming in. Supposed to tell you just at the start of Sector 3.
Indeed. Oh, there's another car there. Boyd Williamson's gone for a pit stop. He's going to another set of mediums, is he? Soft, sorry. No, he's on softs.
Softs. Yeah, that's interesting. Right, so if we have yet another safety car, expect Boyd to be ahead of both of the Alfa Romeos.
Indeed. Do you think he'll pit again if we get another safety car?
No, Boyd won't. Yeah, I don't think Boyd or either of the two Alfa Romeos will pit to get a safety car in, say, the next 10 laps or so.
Yeah. And his teammate Lozander now leads the Grand Prix on medium tyres. He hasn't stopped yet. Guido Urshan P2. Nicky Visser, though, up to P3. Of course, he hasn't stopped either on the medium tyre.
Yeah.
They're looking
the only
good.
driver that doesn't want to see this. Yeah, absolutely. I was just going to say, the only driver who doesn't really want to see this safety car right now is Sander Hermans, because with this safety car, it's allowed Dami Hartmann, it's allowed Baz Den Brien to get onto their final tyre already, and now of course the gap is only what is like 2.5 seconds, isn't it, between Dami and Sander Hermans. And Dami doesn't appear, so someone's going to have to really push after this safety car period, make up the gap, and then continue his A-plan strategy.
Yeah, certainly. Interesting things developing now. Of course, that's what the safety car does, though, doesn't it? Throws it all up in the air. I think
that's right.
Safety car is in. It looks like they've definitely dropped back, but they're still quite close to it. But I think it is in this lap, isn't it?
Yeah, it's not flagged up.
No, I didn't think it had.
I think
and it is in, though. It is definitely in.
Yeah,
there it goes.
That's strange.
But, so interestingly enough, none of the guy, or Zander in particular, not holding up the grid, just kind of running nice and steady through the third sector, regardless of the safety car coming in.
Yep. I mean, that could be considered a double bluff.
yeah, definitely. I mean, I think it's worked for him. He's already got a second on Guido behind. Guido, though, doesn't have that on Nicky. Only half a second to the Haas. See what Nicky can do here. Of course,
Boyd Williamson's in. Sorry.
Boyd's in again, yeah.
I'm just sorry to interrupt you there, Dan. Yeah, Boyd's just coming again. I wonder if he must have had damage, or was it a drive-through? Oh, actually, those tyres are a lap old, so I imagine that is that was a drive-through penalty. Yeah, suffered on lap 7.
Is that for speeding under the safety car, or?
It's not telling me, but I imagine that's what it was.
Yeah. Easily done. Well, actually, I say easily done. I haven't actually done it before. I've got a feeling, because I see it quite often. I guess the amount of time it gives you to get back to being a green on the Delta can't be that long if it gives you a penalty.
No.
Oh, Peter Phillips.
Peter Phillips
out.
Retired on the 6. I wonder. That's at turn 12, believe it or not.
Yeah, safety car is out again.
Yes, another safety car.
Great.
So this may help. Sorry, this may help Sander. If he pits now, and it could be viable for him to pit now onto the hard tyres. It's probably the best option. Again, this is going to hurt Dami Hartmann and Baz Den Brien, this other safety car, because everyone ahead of them, whether they pit or not, they're going to be able to manage their tyres so much better under this slower period.
Yes, indeed, yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, what I was going to say just before that safety car was just about the drive-through penalties for speeding under safety car. I actually suffered one myself on Tuesday.
Okay.
It didn't give me any delta at all. It just told me, oh, you're speeding under safety car, so have a penalty. And I served my penalty, and as I would come into the pit, another safety car appeared. So that was kind of a blessing
Very nice.
for me. I was able to recover back up to P4 because of that.
Nice, yeah. That's interesting then. So I wonder if there is kind of a speed limit you have to try and follow. I don't know what the I don't know if it's
Yeah,
a speed
it always
limit
got
per
to be.
se, or if it's like a lap time you've got to stay within.
Yeah, possibly, but it'd be handy if there was a delta like there is with the VSC.
Yeah.
Because sometimes you can in favour of safety car laps.
Right.
At this point.
No, another lap definitely. Probably in the end of this one, I would have thought. And no one.
Oh, bit of a. Was there a coming together there? Sorry, in the.
Yeah, I saw a position change between Mark Stappers there and Paul Corey. Don't know. I don't know what happened there. Look, all the front wings look to be okay, so perhaps just getting close on track. I know sometimes drivers have to get side by side, don't they, whilst they're on the safety car, so could have been that one.
Yeah.
But no pit stops under this safety car at least so far. I don't know, does this hurt Boy Williamson a bit, does it? You know, being down the back of the grid now on soft tyres.
No, it's not quite so bad for him. In fact, this is better for him because he's just suffered a drive-through, and now here he is again at the back of the pack on soft tyres. So as soon as the safety car goes away, or comes in, rather, he'll be able to push perhaps quite a bit harder than a few drivers ahead of him. He's just got to watch his overtakes, and he'll be fine.
The nice thing is, as well, they're obviously all close together, so he's can overtake them quicker, hopefully.
Yeah.
And there we
Safety
go.
car in this line.
So far, drivers not to make a stop here as we come to the end of that safety car lap. Xander Herbens, Guido Urshan, Nicky Visser and Ari Kopp all have yet to stop. They remain on the same tyres they started this Grand Prix on. Xander doing his same as last lap, a lot of weaving, not slowing down much, but it worked well for him last time. Paul Corey though gets a
Paul Corey severe collision. Yeah, with Stappers.
I can see that.
And it was Corey and Stappers who it looked like they almost come together on the start and finish straight at the beginning of this lap.
Yeah, indeed, yeah. Oh, Guido got a bit slippery there out of turn 15, and that's just unleashed Xander there. 1.3 seconds already. We've not even finished the start-finish straight yet. But this is looking good for Nicky. I don't know if those tyres are starting not to work for Guido up in front, but Nicky still looks quite comfortable, doesn't he?
Yeah, I expect him to remain comfortable for some time as well on those tyres.
Yeah. I will just take this small moment here on lap 13, of course the unlucky number, to address the lag potentially with the stream. I can't actually see the stream itself, but if there is a lot of lag, I do apologise. Something I can't really help, apparently. Regardless if I have my Xbox and PC wired into the internet, there is still that Wi-Fi component to actually stream from my Xbox to my PC, so I think that's the main issue. I do apologise. Hopefully it's still entertaining for everyone.
It's certainly entertaining for me.
Good. Well, as long as we're enjoying it, then hopefully that'll come across on stream, and then everyone else will enjoy it. Xander getting a bit off track there through turn 15. Allow Guido to close on a bit now, only 7/10 between the two.
Nicky's dropped back a bit from Guido. He was half a second behind him, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was very close after the safety car restart, and I was saying Guido might be struggling with the tyres, but it looks to be not the case. We're being able to build up a quite nice gap to Nicky. Further back though, Baz is closing up on R8. Excuse me. They're very close actually in sector 1 here, who turns 6. Everyone, again, that's the thing with the safety car is everyone's very close actually. Only 5/10 really between most of the grid here. It's a very big train between Baz really. Baz backwards. Oh, sorry, RA backwards is where the gap is. Sorry, where the train is.
Ari Cop doing well to defend. Yeah. It was doing well to defend against De Bruyne.
Indeed, yeah. But
left door open into 13.
Yeah, and he says thank you very much. And through he goes.
Oh, he's coming back in though.
Still fighting. Oh, thinks better of it there. 350. Yeah, go on, Ari. Go on, have him. Just noticing actually, Ari's missing both end plates there, so that's probably why he's struggling. Struggling to keep it through the corners there. I think that's probably quite a good move that he decided to back out of there. 15 just to avoid causing any accidents. So good thinking from Ari there.
I expect Steppers to make the overtake quite easily because of that.
Yeah, through the chicane here, one way or another, he'll probably find a way past. And behind though, Boy Williamson getting all side by side with Paul Quarry. Ferrari driver looking to make those softs work well for him now and get past the Mercedes. Oh, Paul getting dirt. You don't want it on your tyres there, I'm afraid, Paul. Oh, great run from. Oh no! Mark Stappers has gone round. That's another retirement.
Has lost. Sorry. Yeah. And yet another safety car.
That's number 3. You almost want to play some Benny Hill music, don't you?
So again, all that circus music, whatever it is.
Yeah.
Hey, look, you're gonna get us blocked.
Oh yeah, yeah. If I do it too well, we'll get copyright banned again.
That was the song you just made up, wasn't it, Dan?
Yeah, no, yeah.
You can do, as I said, sort of 18 to 20 laps on the soft tyre, and that's pushing every lap. So the medium should do sort of 10 or 12 more than that, and that, again, that's pushing every lap. But we've only had half the laps done have been sort of what you'd call race laps. So I think his tyres are probably in very good condition at this point.
Yeah, true. Yeah, looking actually, in fact, taking into account the other tyres fitted at the moment, the only drivers that will be going sort of further than Nicky are the two guys behind him, Davey Hartman and Baz Denbrain, aren't they, really?
Yeah.
Of course, the two at Alfa Romeo is well positioned. I think the number of safety cars maybe has perhaps worked in their favour, I don't know. But again, they're up in the good spots to make that strategy work well for them, aren't they?
Yeah, exactly. Funnily enough, De Bruyne and Damien Hartman, the two teammates, they're sort of in the same sort of position, not on track, but position with the tyres and the safety cars as Jack Wilson and I found ourselves in with Renault on Tuesday. I.e. that we'd had 3 safety cars by that point. We were both on the hard tyres and both one behind the other, and just looking to keep going as far as we could and complete the race. Unfortunately, we kept seeing yet more safety cars, and it was just negating the tyre wear that we were saving, and everybody was saving it because they weren't being asked to push.
Yeah, I must say it was looking, like you say, like a very, very strong race for you two. I was rooting for you both.
I'm sure you were.
Unfortunately, wasn't meant to be.
Giving it a few huzzahs.
Yeah, huzzah! See him looking to go for P3. I say, is that my boy Adrian out there? Almost got flashbacks of Belgium. So, not too long before you'll be on the podium regularly, my friend.
One day. I don't know if I told you. I don't know if I told you before, Dan. My target for F1 tonight, UK, is to win one race faster than Jenson Button did it. He took 113 Grand Prix, and I want to do it before I reach that.
Indeed. So far, was it 22 you've done now?
22, yeah.
Yeah. That, funnily enough, isn't race number. So
But indeed it is.
yeah. What are the odds? Yeah.
Sorry, is that a collision?
Who was that? Some wing came off. I don't know if that's Boy Williamson. He's lost an end plate.
Oh, he's going to be livid.
He will, yeah, especially on the soft tyre, looking to make moves. I mean, he's definitely quicker than the Alphas for sure, but let's see how it pays off here as we restart.
He's surely going to come in.
Yeah, he is. Oh, there he goes. Led the race for a short while there. Coming into the pit. But Nicky leads us away. See how that gap looks. Only 3 tenths at the moment. So Damie was ready for him.
Looks like Boy suffered a 5-second stop go as well.
Oh, again?
For the collision.
Oh god, that's just what you want, isn't it? It's so easy to get caught out, isn't it, when the safety car restarts, when you've got everyone getting bunched up. Everyone's so close together.
Keeping on Sander Herman, so he's on brand new soft tyres. So yeah, he'll surely have much more pace than any of the 4 ahead of him.
Yeah, you certainly would have thought so. He's been looking quick most of the weekend so far on those in the Ferrari. He's right on the back there of Marcel Droning through 12. The death corner. And down to 13 now, right on the back of the Red Bull. Sends it up the inside into 13, makes the move stick. P4. Nicely done.
And that's the difference in grip. You can brake so much later on the soft tyres, on brand new softs, as you can on sort of half-worn mediums, and that's exactly what he did.
Yeah, he certainly did. Very nice move there. Nicky Visser goes fastest. Not seen many fastest laps tonight, have we, so far? Because they've all been pretty slow.
Most of them have been under safety car.
Yeah. I know, it's a Williams versus Red Bull battle. With Harley Cooper ahead of Guido Urshan, Ari Kopp. Quite nice to see this in real life, wouldn't it? Williams versus Red Bull.
That will happen again at some point.
I do hope so. Hopefully they're on the comeback this season. Another man looking to make a comeback there will be Boy Williamson from the back of the grids at the moment, P10, but he has stopped for fresh mediums.
Yeah, he will definitely want to see another safety car.
Indeed, yeah.
Probably the only driver on track who will want to see one.
And another one,
only, and that includes all the viewers as well.
Yeah, certainly. Yeah, I think by this point in the broadcast we would have hoped to get past 19 laps. We're just coming on now to lap 20. About a third of the way through. And Nicky Visser leads the way. DRS re-enabled. Safety car's really playing into his favour here tonight so far, hasn't it?
Yeah, big time.
Yeah, certainly helped his rise from P13 up to, well, now P1. Maybe it's the Haas car that helps, because we know Josh Diggles was pretty good at that kind of thing in the UK League. Again, no, I don't think Nick will be wanting the luck of the Haas car in the UK League, so touch wood.
Yeah, Josh Diggles actually equalled a record that he set at the same track. I'm sorry, Sander Herman's about to make the pass on Den Brian. They did touch there. I don't know if there was damage to the Ferrari.
I'm just going to have a look now as they come round It's the kink in the road, which anywhere else would be a corner, but not in Australia. 11 and 12. Doesn't look like no damage on him, and no damage on Den Brain either. So both cars look to be in working order.
Baz making the Alfa very wide there into into 13.
Got to be done though. The guy behind's on the soft tyre. Do what you can to stop him getting past. That battle though has not helped him keep with his teammate, has it? Oh, and there he goes, Under Herman with DRS.
Yeah, DRS. Not much you can do about that.
No, and a nice, easy move through into turn 1, and P3 was Under now.
And he gets DRS again.
Yellow flag in 1. Oh, we've got an issue behind. RA Cops had a problem. I think he ran wide out of the exit of 1 into 2. Just got a bit of dirt on his tyres, let the other guys pass, so luckily no safety car. I thought there might have been one there, because I saw the 2 cars very slow there through turn 2.
Guido's gone past Correa as well, it's at turn 5.
Yeah, nice stuff from Guido, so he's now...
Correa's gone very wide, has he got damage?
Oh.
That looks really
yeah, no, he's got a red right front wing. Too many R's in that sentence. The tongue twister, but yes, he'll be definitely coming in the pits. That's going to be a lot of downforce with that Mercedes. He pops up there into 8, 9.
Yellow's in 3. Oh, that is for Pod Cooper. That's Pod Cooper.
Pod Cooper, so a bit of front wing missing from his car now. That's another red left front wing. Easier to say that time. Thanks. Thanks, Martin.
That red lolly, you get a lolly.
Yeah. On Herman though, he's the fastest out there. 26.
Boy Williamson just passed the injured Paul Correa.
Yeah, indeed, that's a bit of a hairy move. Just from in and out, found saying he needs.
Harder Cooper completely off track there at turn 15.
Yeah. Yeah, so both injured cars in the pits now down the back. I think they probably would have been hoping for a safety car out of that. Meanwhile though, Nicky Visser now starting to exploit those medium tyres over the hard runners behind. He's only 2.8 seconds.
Yeah, Nicky's pretty much in control of this race at this point. The only sort of negative of any of that is that we've had so many safety cars. So the drivers behind him have all been able to adjust their strategies accordingly. You know, with for example the two Alfa Romeos, both on the hard compound. So the fact that we've done sort of 10 or 11 laps under safety car is basically shortening Nicky Visser's race effectively, because he's now got less time to try and create that gap that he needs, which is about 21 seconds, to be able to remain ahead of the hard runners.
Yeah, get that free pit stop in and come out back in front like you say.
Yeah.
Just looking a bit behind though, the leader, Zander Herman, was all over Damie Hartman down that start-finish straight. Couldn't quite make the move through 1 though. And he'll want to be doing it soon, won't he? Because I don't know, that when those soft tyres will start to look a bit rough.
The softs will be alright for at least 15 laps. It should be able to do sort of 18.
Yeah. Is that 18 in total, or 18 till they start to feel a bit less grippy?
No, 15 they'll start feeling it, and they'll probably only lose maybe half a second by the time they're at lap 18.
Yeah.
And then after that it will just sort of fall off a cliff.
Indeed, yeah. For that, Don will be looking to make the move work on Damie Hartman up in front. This is where he managed to do it last time. We managed to get close here, was through 15. And then right on the back of him through 16, but he's a bit further back this time round. But he'll have DRS.
a bad exit from either driver there.
Yeah, no, both very even. Oh, runs a bit deep into one.
Yeah, he wasn't really going for it either. He was in mode 1 all the way down that DRS straight, so you have to say that he's probably not trying it there. Guido Urshan in the pit, just in the background there. He's only done 7 laps on those tyres.
Yeah, look, maybe a strategy change for him, but what's he going on to now? More softs, is he? Yeah, another set of softs, yeah. Very interesting.
Oh, it's strategy. A new wing. It's a new wing on the Red Bull.
I see. That allows Boy Williamson up to P7 now. Starts to progress back up the field, down the back of the grid after the safety car, but only making the comeback.
Yeah. What Boy Williamson will want is a safety car in about 15 laps time. That will allow him. Oh, you see, just gone sideways there through turn 5.
Yeah.
Turn 4 that was. He wants a safety car in about sort of 15 laps, so he can get onto the soft tyres. He'll only have to do 18 laps, and he'll be nicely bunched up with the whole pack. So that will be the ideal scenario for him.
Indeed, yeah. I'll be hoping for that. Martin Party Cooper, though. I don't know if he's. Oh, sorry, I don't know if he's back in the car now. It did just say left the session, so.
Judging from the way that the steering wheel is turning, I would say that is AI control at the moment.
Okay. And Martin not back in his car yet. Zander Herman and Damien Hartman here, really going at it. I don't know if you saw down the start finish straight. Sorry, they're all over the place as he was trying to keep the toe.
I think that's all Sander's trying to do at this moment. Although you have to say he'd benefit more if he can get past Damien quickly.
Yeah, the Ferrari has got more ERS in the tank at the moment. Not an awful lot, but enough. I'll be switching down yet. So down to 0 now. As he knows he got the DRS zone here to help keep him going. Takes it back up to 3 though, just to close that gap because he lost out a bit there through 12, didn't he?
Yeah, it wasn't a great exit. I think if he'd got that exit nailed, then yeah, he would have had him into turn 13. But it wasn't great.
No, wasn't ideal. But much closer this time now through 15. I want to get that.
Tricky 16 to get right.
Yeah.
Amy going very defensive. He's ready to be overtaken. Or
he is, yeah.
Have an overtake attempt.
Won't happen this time round. So I can't ride on board with Zana for too long because I've got that rev glitch going on. It's rather annoying. They want it from the outside.
I haven't got it for him. He's going to do it into 3.
Oh, nice. So can he make it on the outside of 4? Gets a bit out of shape on the curbs, but it makes it work. Nice move.
Very respectful from both those drivers. Gave each other loads of space there, side by side. And yeah, that's a sign of them racing together for so long. They were comfortable enough to be able to do that.
Absolutely, yeah. Martin's car up next. Martin Party Cooper. His AI really moving out the way then.
A bit extreme, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was a bit. He almost pulled over and parked.
Little update on the lag situation. It seems to have improved quite a lot.
Indeed, quick touch some wood, Adrian. Find some wood.
Oh yeah, sorry. Touch wood.
I was going to mention it, but I thought no. Say nothing. Hope for the best.
I thought you might have done something. That was all.
No, I did absolutely nothing. I think maybe it's because we're getting into the evening now and everyone's starting to get off their phones.
Perhaps.
Who knows? But anyway, good stuff. Yeah, Zander now, obviously, of course, getting past Damien Hartman. He's closing down Nicky Visser. In front of the gap was over 3 seconds before the end of the lap, and now 2.6.
Yeah, and that's another thing as well. If Hermans can put pressure on Visser, that in itself will affect his tyres, maybe even subconsciously. In that, Nicky's going to be aware that he's there. He'll be pushing that much harder to try and maintain the gap. and yeah, that could force a mistake from Nicky.
Yeah, it could, yeah. Especially like you say, if he knows what we were talking about earlier, trying to increase that gap. I know for me, it would be hard not to just put your foot down, but of course that could cause mistakes, like you say.
Mm. Yeah,
Again,
Nicky tends to do very, very well when he's got nothing around him, and he's able to run his own race. He'll just completely he'll disappear into the distance, as we saw at Bahrain last season, and many times after that as well.
Yeah. But I don't think he'll be alone for very longer. There's now less than 2 seconds between him and Zander behind. There could be a battle on the hands for P1 very soon.
Yep. And that's another thing as well. Even if Sander doesn't overtake, it doesn't matter so much. Both the drivers will have to pit in again.
Yeah.
And just the fact that Sander is present behind him in DRS range, that can be enough. Although if that does happen, that is going to benefit the two drivers behind them both that much more as they battle each other.
Yeah, indeed. Allow both Alfa Romeos to maybe get back in the mix.
Mhm. Yeah, my favourite for this race is still Dami Hartman.
Yep.
Yeah.
I didn't actually let you know what my favourite was. It was Baz for pole. For the win though, I think I probably would have stuck with Baz, to be honest.
Okay.
Maybe Zander.
Wait.
But this
Can't do that.
Or maybe it was Nicky. No, but based on the grid as we started, I wouldn't have said Nicky. Of course. Oh, Ari, sorry, he's lost it. This could be safety car time.
It's VSC.
But he looks like he's right on track and on my track map.
Nicky's just jumped into the pit right as the VSC come out.
Well, how's your luck? All going Nicky's way tonight.
Dami Hartman in as well. That's surprising. I expected him to just keep going.
Yeah, I would have agreed with you there. Dami Hartman in, Alfa Romeo. Hards on softs now. Maybe a soft medium run to the end.
Yeah.
Or soft.
No,
he's run every compound now.
The soft should be okay.
Okay, so actually,
sorry.
30. What we got?
No,
28 laps to go.
No, we're yeah, but the softs won't do it. He's gonna have to pit in again, Dami.
We are exactly halfway.
Yeah.
I think now every driver's used one of each compound, haven't they? So they can do whatever they want now, can't they? I thought so.
Yes, every driver who's still running. Oh no, apart from Nicky. Nicky's only used medium tyres.
Yeah, and he's back out, so he has to pit again now, doesn't he? Of course, there are many drivers that also have to, so I don't think he'll be too worried, will he?
No.
Martin Party Cooper leaves us again. He did get back in this car for a little while there, but his car's crashed. I think he might have retired in the pits, did he?
Stand by. He did not. No.
Ah. I saw Ari go. That was after turn 10. Didn't see Martin. Anyway, unfortunately.
Sorry, Party Cooper. Yeah. Oh no. When was that? Yeah. No. Pass.
Yeah, pass on that one. I'm gonna Party Cooper on that one. But the two Red Bulls now running almost on my side really. Guido Ocean getting right on the back of his teammate. Elbowing. Again, different strategies here, so we'll see if they work for each other, I guess. In that sense. Letting Guido pass perhaps on the straight. Not defending, so yeah, fairly straightforward. Guido goes up to P6, back where he started the race, if I'm not mistaken. Yep.
Party Cooper retired immediately after Ari Kopp. I wonder if there was a collision between the two.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, like I say, I definitely saw RA stopped after turn 10, but I can't remember where Martin was. That is, that's both Williams out, both Renaults out, and the single Toro Rosso entry for tonight. So, as DNFs go, it's a fairly OCD friendly one. they go in twos. I don't know if we have weather forecasts from any of the drivers that have messaged in saying what they were.
No, I've not received a weather forecast.
No. No, nothing in the comments either. But now the field, I mean, it tends to go this way, doesn't it? Really, after there's been a couple of racing laps, one we've had up until this point anyway, the field starts to spread out a bit, doesn't it? A lot of seconds to most drivers now. Question for you though, Adrian, as a driver in the UK side of things, I presume you and who's your teammate at the moment?
Jack. It wasn't.
Yeah, that's the one. You two are in a party together, I presume, during the race, are you? For teammates or team communications?
We are indeed. Yeah, a Renault-only party.
Yep.
As soon as the qualifying finishes, under new rules, we're allowed to break off from the regular Skype chat and and jump into the party, just us, lock the door, and discuss strategies and updates during the race and such. So
very good.
Great stuff.
Yeah, I quite like that idea actually of working sort of effectively as teammates in your own separate party. Yeah. I don't know, as Damian Hartman there, setting the fastest lap, a 1:26.0 on his fresh softs. I don't know if you know if any of these guys do the same thing.
I know. I know last season. I know that Nicky and Boy they communicated sort of via some other means besides this. They're all in the Skype chat together, but then they kind of put that to one side and talked either through WhatsApp or something.
Oh, interesting. Was in a WhatsApp phone call?
Yeah, something like that.
Unless they can somehow type and drive together.
That'll be a skill.
Well, I mean, they've got a big enough screen on their wheel. They could probably have a little iPad in there. Play Angry Birds, go around.
Paul Cray in the pit, by the way. Sorry. Yeah.
Yeah, sorry, yeah. Paul Cray in and now back out.
Yeah. Yeah, he actually made a big mistake at the end of during turn 15, part of the penultimate corner, and then just sort of drifted into the pit. I'm sure he meant to go into the pit, but it was a bit of a strange angle to do it.
Yeah, certainly was. So, just looking at where the runners and riders are and the tyres they have fitted, would I be right in leaning towards Nicky for a win on this one?
Maybe.
Yeah. What do you think?
I don't think it's guaranteed at this stage. I wouldn't have said it's advantage Nicky right now.
No.
I would say personally it's advantage Baz because he can make these tyres last the rest of the race. I know that will mean doing 50 laps, but I don't think that's much of an issue on the for Baz for being able to take into account the number of safety cars we've had. He hasn't done 20 racing laps. He's done
that's true.
Maybe 15 racing laps.
Yeah. Whereas of course Nicky at the moment is racing every lap on his mediums.
Sander Herman's race leader in race leader in the pit on the soft tyres. So Baz will be leading in a moment.
Yeah, he's just passing him now. That's P1 for Baz. Sander's coming back out. He's on medium tyres now, so of course he'll be going to the end.
Yeah, that's comfortable to the end for him. He can push fairly hard on those.
Damien Hartman though going ever quicker.
I still can't get right. Yeah, yeah. He is. I still can't get my head around the. Gone from the soft to hard back to soft, and he's not. I mean, and he's also got to stop again because these tyres are not going to be able to do it. So that's a 3-stop strategy, and he's used the hard tyres, and there's been 3 safety cars.
Yeah, yeah, it is an interesting call. I mean, yeah, they certainly won't go to the end. And just stand by 1 second. It seems like my Xbox doesn't want to stream the race anymore.
Oh right, okay.
We'll just try that. We'll just connect again.
Is that enough of this?
Yeah, it seems to be the case.
We are still live, presumably.
Yeah, we are. Yeah.
No video.
No video at the moment. So take it away, DJ Adrian on the radio. And they're all trying to get there. Trying to get there. There we go. Right, we're back up. Sorry about that, everybody. Back up and live. There's not any sound though for some reason. I don't know why.
Okay.
You've got the picture. That's what's important. It is. It's all maxed
Damien,
out.
I'm almost within. Sorry, Danny's almost within the DRS range now. He again to get more pressure.
Yeah, indeed. Just getting. Oh, thought you might have done it then, but just within a second. Now he is. And that detection point just between this or turn 10 he just did, and now it's about there. So through 11 and 12, DRS open. And lag galore, I do apologise. My internet routes via Afghanistan and then back.
The lag in the party is unfortunately back.
Yeah, it's back for me as well, mate. It'll come back. Come on, you can do it, internet. So here we go. So Damien now, like you say, right on the back of Nicky.
Expecting Hartman's going to pass. I wonder if he'll do it into turn 8. It's a bit of a dangerous place too. It can be dangerous.
Yeah.
If one driver's not expecting it, but he's not really close enough. I wouldn't attempt it from this range. He's not looking at it. So DRS move into 13 then.
Oh.
So he exit here. We're in 4th gear on that. It's a poor one from Nicky.
Yeah, that was a poor exit.
They're on the outside now, Damie.
Yeah. Very nice. On the outside. 13.
He did it quite easy there in the
didn't it? Looked a bit unusually easy for Nicky.
Damie, even. Three seconds in, the gap to Denbrian ahead.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, you would have thought Damien will get up behind his teammate fairly quickly, won't he, with that difference of tyre compound?
Yeah, and also I imagine, depending on the sort of agreement the two Alfa Romeo drivers have got, I imagine Baz will probably let Damie do a few laps ahead of him, because Damie will have to pit in again anyway. and it will sort of keep Nicky at bay as well. Baz doesn't really want to hold up his teammate for Nicky to be able to catch him later on.
Yeah, especially going, for a 1-2, they're on 4 now. That'd be great points haul for the team. And they, of course, got the fastest lap as well, so it's 100% of the points that they can get.
Yes.
And I've now got your silky smooth voice back fully in my ears, with no no interruption so far.
Good.
Delicious. Yeah, like you say, Adrian, 2 seconds now, pretty much. Baz from Damie. Gap holding fairly steady actually, 2.2 seconds now, isn't it really, between them? Not changing too much.
No, not really, no. Although Nicky's keeping up with Damie behind, Damie and is maintaining his, not only is within DRS range, he's also maintaining his ERS as well. So he's getting basically a free ride from Damie's car, sort of breaking through that air. Yeah, so this is really helping Nicky's race.
Yeah. Yeah, he's not too far behind, is he? Only 8/10.
Yeah. And again, he won't be looking for the overtake.
Damie's
He'll just be
in.
looking to sort of drag it. And we go, Damie's in the pit now anyway. 9 laps. So, yeah, he's going to be on to another off at the end.
Yeah.
They've gone 1 lap. Than that. Don't need to do 20. He can do 18 and push him harder. Oh, he's on the mediums anyway. So there we go. That makes sense now.
Yeah.
So he's going to push the medium tyre as hard as he possibly can.
So now,
he may
probably no more pit stops until, well, Paul Quarry's going to have to go again, probably. But everyone else, you would have thought, will probably stay out now.
Yeah. Yeah, well, Correa's tyres may make it to the end, but they will be in a really bad condition. I imagine, given his position at the moment, yeah, he will pit in again for probably a set of mediums. So I think he's used up his softs.
Yeah.
But yeah, for the rest of them, I think this is it now to the end.
Indeed,
although
yeah.
Dronig, Nicky might struggle as well. In fact, no, Nicky has to pit, doesn't he? He's only used medium tyres.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Sorry. Good point. Oh, as I've just been booted from Xbox Live. Yay!
Oh, fantastic. Are you still talking to me then?
I have no idea, Adrian. Another issue to add to the list.
I am making a list, just so you know.
Yeah. We can record that after the. Maybe at the end, just a fun rundown of everything that went wrong. Almost like a credit sequence. Right, let's get back into this.
So wait, not missing too much, apart from Nicky falling back a little bit from Baz now, 1.8 behind.
And we're back. As their brains still leading the race, as you correctly said. And get some detail up there. There we go. You can see the tyres again. Again, just to remind viewers who might not have seen the earlier safety cars, Baz's tyres aren't really 32 laps old, are they?
No, not. Well, they are, because they've done 32
they are,
laps,
yeah,
but they haven't done
racing
32.
Laps.
They have not been racing laps, no.
No.
About 20 or so of them have been racing laps.
Yeah. Actually, a bit fresher than they look.
three full safety cars plus 2 virtual safety cars. I said that might actually hurt the Alfa Romeo's tyres, but actually I think it's done the opposite here.
Yeah, certainly. I mean, I guess it's maybe not worked so well for Damie. But then again, he had to kind of abort that strategy early on, didn't he?
Yeah. Again, I'm still struggling to get my head around why
he went for the soft.
Softs. Yeah.
And unless it was an effort just to guarantee fastest lap, I don't know.
Could be, yeah, of course, could be. And speaking of which, he just got fastest lap
yeah,
on the
again.
yeah, on his fresh medium.
Now, hasn't he? Near enough.
Yeah.
Damie.
Just for some perspective on that fast lap, that fast lap is 1 full second faster than anybody else, except Guido Urshan. It's only 0.2 of a second faster.
Oh wow, okay. Close between those two then. I didn't realise. Well, actually, yeah, Guido had set the previous first lap, didn't he? Actually, before Damie started to reel off his fastest laps.
That's right.
And Paul Quarret, actually there you go, you can see the leaders just coming up behind him now, so Baz and Nicky actually getting really close to the, or at least was really close to the back of Baz through 15 and 16, but Baz pulls away down the straight. A nice amount of ERS on in Baz's car at the moment, hasn't he? They're able to defend.
Yeah. Yep. Again, that's something else that Baz is very good at managing. Is his ERS.
Yeah.
Often referred to him as the master strategist. From tonight.
We're just going to touch on his strategy abilities. Yeah. Yeah, quite right. See potentially an overtake maybe into 13 if they can keep with him through this fast left-hander up to turn 12 and at 11 and 12.
Yeah, should do. Again, it's not going to matter so much to Baz if he does overtake because, again, he knows he's got the pit in and he's not going to get 20 seconds ahead. He might be able to catch up 20 seconds on the soft tyre versus Baz's very old hards, but again, it's just putting all the pressure on Nicky to get the job done.
Yeah. We're looking at other drivers around him. A pit stop now would put him about P4, wouldn't it?
Yep.
So maybe on for a podium after the pit stop if he can get back up to Damie.
I think Nicky had a chance to win this race during this one of the many safety car periods.
Yeah.
But I think because he opted to stick with Plan A, I think that actually worked against him.
Yeah, I think like you say, I think it did. But still, I mean, from P13, if he's on for a podium, that's still pretty good going.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Oh, there's no doubt about it. It's absolutely phenomenal drive from Nicky to be in this position, battling for the potential race win. Yeah, I mean that's commendable in itself. And is testament to his ability as a racer. That's why he's season 6 champion.
Indeed.
That's why he won 5 races in a row in the first half of last season.
Oh, sorry. had to squeeze my Jesus a bit there. Nicky got right on the grass out of 12.
Just as we're praising him.
Yeah, I thought he might have gone. Held. Helped his gap to Az though. Heads.
No.
Up to that. He gets a place up on Marcel Droning soon.
He's had a lot to do in this race.
He has, hasn't he? Yeah.
Yeah.
Many drive-through penalties and wing damage. Sent him tumbling down a bit, hasn't it?
Indeed. A series of unfortunate events. That's how I would sum up his race.
Yeah. But you might be having a good event in a minute if you can make this move on Marcel, coming from quite far back. Marcel, that's just goes to show the respect these drivers have for each other. They've given loads of room there through 13, and then through goes Boy through 14. Nice racing from those two.
Yep. Marcel didn't, didn't make it too difficult for Boyd to get past there. You could say they're having different races, but their tyres are exactly the same age.
Yeah, absolutely.
So minus one lap.
And Paul's still yet to pit on those softs. Still going. What his plan is then, I guess he can use another set of softs, can't he, if he's got them to his disposal?
Yeah, and I'd have to say he probably has got them, because if he hadn't, he would have definitely come in already for mediums. So unless there was a set of worn softs, of course, they might only be able to do 10 laps or so. He's just trying to get within that window. But you have to say he's the favourite for fastest lap.
Yeah, you'd think so, wouldn't you, for sure?
If he does go on to a set of soft scores.
Got some strong lap times to beat though. Damie's been hammering them in, hasn't he, over the last couple of laps on his softs, or on his old softs before he changed tyres.
Yeah, lap time suffering quite a lot on that last lap. 32-1. I think he must have had a mistake. Did see a yellow flag actually at sector 2. I can only imagine then it involved Correa.
Right. Yeah.
Personal best lap from Baz Denbrian on the previous lap. That's on 37 lap old tyres.
Still go. Oh, he's coming to the pit.
Baz is in.
Oh.
And so is Nicky. He's coming to the pit. So he's coming knowing that Nicky would have to pit anyway. So he's taken the pressure off himself by racing Nicky to the end on the soft tyres rather than trying to hang on to old hards.
So this is it then. We have a good race on our hands until the end of this. Of course, they are going to have to battle through traffic. They've got now Baz's teammate Damian Hartman just passes them. He's P2, 7 up old mediums, and then Zander Herman leading the Grand Prix now on 12 up old mediums.
Dan, if I can just
sorry, go on.
Sorry, I was just going to say, if I can just refer you back to near the beginning of this race, when Baz let Damie through near the start because Damie was on the soft tyre. Baz started on the mediums.
Yeah, will the same happen again, do you think?
Yeah, it just in reverse. Will the favour be paid back?
Indeed. Could we see some Ferrari-esque, favours not being returned? Who knows?
Possibly. Some controversy.
Indeed, yeah.
Controversy, even.
So, monitor that gap between Nicky and Baz. Looks fairly steady. 1.4 seconds.
Yeah, this is not going to be an easy task for Nicky now to get past Baz. Nicky would have certainly been hoping that Baz would just stay out on the hards, and that would at least give him some kind of chance.
Yeah.
But now he's got to race him sort of 1-to-1 on track, and Baz has got the both of having his teammate good for Nicky.
Indeed, yeah. We're approaching 10 laps to the end now, and just looking at the gap to the leader, Baz has got 10 seconds, and 11 and a half seconds there for Nicky, up to Zander at the front. Now just going sub 10 seconds for Baz. He's now 9.7. Was that purple? Was it for Baz?
Purple sector 2. Yeah, purple sector 2 and 3 for Nicky, and purple sector 1 just now for Baz.
Okay, so that's good stuff. Both of them looking very racy then. don't know what the gap was to Damie after the pit stop.
5 seconds, I think it was.
Okay, so it's quickly coming down then. Damie's tyres will still be pretty good, won't they? They'll be very good still, I would have thought. Coming up to their peak, really, aren't they?
Yeah, Damie's are pretty much
Well, Sander
fine.
Herman's out.
Sander Herman's.
He's got out. Oh, he's lost it.
That's on
Out
turn
of 15. Yeah. Well, VSC, I mean, I would have thought, well, that's not far from a safety car, is it, really?
No.
Pretty close to that track. That's a shame for Zander.
That really is. That really is. Last year's race winner, leading the race with 10 laps to go.
Yeah.
And, that's going to hurt a lot.
Yeah, absolutely. 48 laps covered, and then for it to be taken away, 10 laps to go, like you're saying, that's rough. Fortunate for Zander.
The new rules apply this season, by the way. You have to finish or get within 90% of the race distance to be considered classified.
Yeah.
Which makes you eligible for championship points. 90% being 53 laps. As he didn't complete those, he will get nothing.
Very close. That's a double. That's just salt to the wound, isn't it? Really.
Yeah. Oh boy, Williamson in the pit again. I think that's his fourth stop. Onto the set softs for the last 10 laps.
The fastest lap then. I think has Paul stopped again? We last spoke about it. I think he might have done. I thought his tyres were about 11 laps old last time we saw him.
Yeah, these are a set of scrub tyres.
Right. Okay.
I thought they might have been 10 laps old. They were only 5 laps old.
Right. Okay.
So I said he was trying to get within that window. I was wondering why he hadn't pitted already, knowing that the soft tyre can do 15 easily, and that was why.
Now for Romeo, they were looking strong at the beginning, now looking strong at the end. On 1-2 at the moment for those two.
Now we may really see some Ferrari style controversy.
Yeah, because I don't think Damien will be letting him pass now. We'll see, you never know. I mean, if they're talking, they may have just agreed to leave it as it is. You never know.
Yeah.
Do Adrian?
If it was me, because I'm that sort of guy, I would let him pass.
You're just a nice kind of guy.
But then I'm not as quick as either Damie or Baz, and I'm not anywhere near as competitive as either of these two guys. So, yeah, it's going to be I don't know whether it'll be an awkward conversation between them.
You're like, hey, you can let me pass when I get near you, because, I did it for you earlier. Yeah, I wonder if he's got to ask or if they've already arranged it. Asking will be the worst thing.
Oh god, yeah.
Hey man, do you mind if you just let me back through again? Return the favour?
Although, as it's bad, I don't think he'd have any qualms about. He might not necessarily even ask; he'll just sort of demand it.
Yeah. Right, I'm coming through.
And
as it goes fast. Nicky though just pips it at the end.
He did, yeah.
About 0.2 faster, was it?
No, not even that. It was less than. It was exactly 100th faster.
Oh, blimey, okay. Yeah, I mean, I think if it was me, if I was Damie, I would let him through, but he'd have to earn it.
Yeah.
I wouldn't slow down to let him pass. He'd have to race me, or get to a position where he can pass me. I'm not going to slow for him.
Yeah.
I think that would be my mentality on that one. But yeah, I wouldn't have a problem making it easy for him once he got there. I think that's fair enough. Or maybe, agree to do it at another Grand Prix if he just lets him win this one. If it comes up again, you can let him win the next one.
Yeah, I'll let you win next time, don't worry.
Yeah, that old chestnut.
Oh, Baz! No!
Oh, no! Oh, well, I mean, I feel sorry about that. I'm sorry, Baz, mate. We've just commentated cursed that whole thing.
Wow, really don't see many mistakes from Baz and Brian, but that was probably one of the biggest he's ever had.
God, well, I mean, it's super unfortunate for Baz, but it's just he's thrown that race win right at Nicky now, hasn't he? Really?
Yep. Yeah,
I mean,
this is going to be Nicky's to go for.
Yeah. Oh, what a
Only
shame.
Yeah, big shame.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen Baz make a mistake in my, well, not long career so far with F1 tonight, but I've seen enough races to know if a driver's consistent or not, and Baz was one of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, like you say, rare mistake. But if any of all the corners to do it at, that was going to be the one, wasn't it?
Yep. There's not going to really be anywhere else. As I said, this track is generally quite friendly.
Yeah. But it's just got that one nasty streak in it, and that's 11 and 12.
On the positive side, Baz's teammate from last season, Guido Urshan, is now finding himself on a potential podium with Boy Williamson 15 seconds down the road behind him. It should be a comfortable podium for Guido.
Yeah, indeed. Yeah, good spot. And I mean, did Guido? I may be wrong in thinking this, but he was definitely on for a podium in Abu Dhabi, wasn't he? I think at the end of last season. He was at least racing well. I'm sure I remember him racing, well compared to what we'd seen up to the end of season 6.
Yeah, he was, and it looks like that form is
Carrying
continuing
over.
here.
Yeah, good to see.
A little bit of luck went his way, I think, with some of the incidents and whatnot that we've seen.
Yeah, but you know what? Take a bit of luck when you can get it.
Yep.
So as we come up, 52 laps of 58, 6 laps to go. Just having a look through our runners and riders. We'll go front to back. You shouldn't wipe that way. Always go back to front. Actually, no, that's the wrong way.
That's the wrong way, yeah.
Always go front to back, never back to front. It never works well for you. So at the moment, Daniel Hartman leads the way. Fairly, pretty strong. I mean, you know what? I think it's another racer with a bit of luck thrown at him, hasn't he? Like you say, that he had a bit of a weird strategy call, didn't he?
Mm. Yeah, just a little bit. And in fact, well, the race isn't really over either because he was 2.5 seconds ahead on the previous lap. He's now only 1.5 ahead. Nicky is 100% going for this win, and I think Damie can really feel that pressure.
Certainly can, yeah. But a good drive from Damie so far, and I'm sure these other rundowns will see the overtake be made, or at least the challenge be made between Nicky and Damie. Good race from Damie so far, though, for sure. Leading the way at the moment for Alfa Romeo. Behind him, though, the man might take that lead from him, and looking likely, isn't it, at the moment? Nicky Visser. Does the inevitable, or not the inevitable, I don't think we could say it was guaranteed, but certainly does what he does best, and is challenging for a win that you wouldn't have thought was going to happen.
Yeah, that's right. And it's actually in stark contrast, really, to season 5 for Nicky. Just it didn't seem to matter what he did. Just things would never really go his way. He was clearly capable of winning races, but it just never worked out for him. And in season 6 come along, he didn't have a fantastic Australia, but then won the next sort of 5 races back to back, and was something like 78 points ahead of second place by the end of that. And then just managed to keep the drivers at bay till the end of the season and ended up winning the championship.
Yeah.
But now we're seeing that Nicky continue here as he started right at the back of this in this race, having crashed out in Q1, and he's all over the back of Damien Hartman's Alfa Romeo.
Yeah, he is. Yeah, a very good summary there for Nicky. Again, I think the safety car's really worked in his favour there. I think there's, like you said earlier, there's a couple of times when he maybe could have stopped and benefited his strategy a bit more, but in the end, he's got benefit of some crashes for his colleagues and able to make it up to P2 and now challenge for this win.
Yeah. I think these are gonna feel like probably the longest 5 laps of Damien Hartman's life.
Yep. But again, though, he's not doing a bad job. It was about 6/10 down the main straight, and now 8, so he's keeping him at bay for the moment. Out Nicky will have the RS. 12 and 13 in the second.
Yep.
Keep on board with these battle, but talk about Guido. Again, a good race from him. One perhaps a bit of a sprinkle of luck on there, but like we said earlier, that form has definitely carried over, hasn't it, from the end of last season?
Oh yeah, big time. There's a quite a famous line, well not a famous line, but in F1 '97, some of the commentary that Murray Walker gives in that game, he says it's not enough to be lucky, you've got to be good, and he is that.
Absolutely, yeah, and he is that. Absolutely, yeah. Just speaking of being good, Nicky Visser
Nicky's just
makes the move. Runs a bit deep on the exit there, but Damie doesn't have much moment on the DRS to fight him down to 3.
Damie's out of energy as well in the car.
Yeah, and Nicky's still got just under half. Good move there from Nicky. Obviously, like we said, probably inevitable in that case with the soft tyre against Damie's mediums. But yeah, nice move for the lead here. I'm sure we'll see that gap start to build. But yeah, Guido running P3. I don't think he probably would have seen the podium in the stars, if you like, before this race. But certainly he'll be happy with that.
No, yeah, I don't think he wouldn't have expected to be there. He is a race winner. He has won in more than one race in the past, as he just gets a 3-second penalty while I'm speaking about him.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't think this is one of his top tracks, and he'll be overjoyed really with this podium.
Yeah, indeed. I don't know if you can see for his penalty so far. Just speaking of the gap, 10 seconds to our next driver, Boy Williamson. Do you know how many penalties he's got?
He's got 6 seconds.
6 seconds, okay. So, again, 3 laps to go.
Boy.
Yeah, what's Boy on? I mean, he's served most of his, hasn't he? The many drive-throughs, I think.
He's got 5 seconds.
Okay. Penalties. So, I think Guido should be still quite safe for that third place. But looking down to Boy, we've already kind of spoken about his race so far, but not been an easy one for him, has it?
No, it really hasn't. Had a couple of sort of weird incidents. One of which was just as the safety car was coming in. I think he hit the back of might have been Damie Hartman at that point. And just had to dive into the pit. Unfortunately, but he's done very well to come back to fourth place.
Yeah, he has. Yeah, really good recovery drive. Obviously, it's needed because his teammate unfortunately crashing out from the lead earlier on, and this will be good for at least opening Fry's account with a good amount of points.
Yep.
The only team to still be in with a chance of getting points for both drivers is Red Bull, because everyone else is running on their own, aren't they?
Yeah, that's right.
Guido and Marcel Droning, the only two. Coming on to Marcel there now. I don't actually. Where did he start? He started about 11th, didn't he?
He started exactly 11th. Yes.
Yeah, about 11th. Yeah, exactly. Perfect. So again, another beneficiary, I think, of accident safety cars, but he's made it work. And like you say,
that's right. That's right. I think. Absolutely. And I think he actually finished 5th here last season as well, which was, to my knowledge, his best finish up until that point. Okay, and then he went on to continue finishing in the top 5 from the majority of the season. That's what I said. He was pretty much out of place there in the P11 at the start. But yeah, here he is back in his usual top 5.
Indeed. Yeah, good stuff there from Marcel. And like we touched upon, the only driver as part of a team still running both cars. Him and Guido will be looking good to open Red Bull's account with a nice haul of points.
Yeah, 25 in fact.
Yeah, very nice. Same as a race win, so that'll be good. They won't be far behind Nicky, will they?
Nope.
Has Nicky got the fastest lap? Or is it still Damie?
No, it's Damie.
It's Damie, so actually they're going to be tied first with Haas at the start of the season, aren't they?
Hang on. I'll take that back. It's Nicky.
It is Nicky. Okay, so
yeah.
They'll be 1 point behind the lead constructor, won't they, after this race? So not bad going.
No.
For Red Bull as we start this season 7 of F1 Tonight Netherlands. And our final runner, Paul Quarret, for Mercedes.
Yeah.
He started. He was in Q. Was he in Q3 or was it Q2
No,
where he?
no, he
Oh, no, he
started
started
12th.
12th. Yeah.
Yeah.
So again, hey, P6. That's a
Yeah.
nice 8 points.
Hmm.
And again, the only one of the team to score those points, so he'll be happy with that.
Yeah, he
But a
will.
fairly quiet race for him, hasn't it?
Yeah, fairly. I think he had some coming together
together, yeah, with the
with
safety car.
was it with Strappers
Yeah.
at one point. Didn't actually see it myself, but yeah, there looked to be some kind of contact. Yeah, but other than that, yeah, he's had a fairly quiet race. Stayed out of trouble generally, and
Yeah, again, I
here
think
he's P6.
yeah, I think he was one of the ones to fall foul of wing damage, not being able to pit under the safety car, wasn't he? And that
Yeah,
kind of just put him behind a bit.
yeah.
But yeah, still kept the car on track, and he's going to come across the line with 8 points, so he'll be chuffed with that. But the real winner and the winner, Nicky Visser, is coming around the penultimate corner now, and round turn 16, one corner left, comes over to the pit wall.
No
Congratulated by
celebration.
his team. No celebration. Actually, he doesn't care. He just knew he was going to win. Nicky Visser wins the opening Grand Prix, round 1, Australia of F1 Tonight, Netherlands, season 7. And our first race winner is Nicky Visser for Haas. Well done, sir. P2 goes to Damian Hartman and Alfa Romeo. Another good race for him. Again, overtaken in the dying moments there, but again, strong finish for Damie. Next person across the line, Guido, of course, for his podium. He'll be a little while now. There's a bit of a gap between P2 and P3, 52 seconds. He's coming around turn 15 now. And then 16. I'm sure we'll see a bit of a celebration out of Guido. Won't we? There we go. Just about. Kind of. Not really. Not really. He's also not really bothered.
No.
But Boy Williamson, then, again, doesn't really care. Crosses the line P4. Let's see what Marcel can do. Go on, Marcel. Get up
Maybe
against
they think.
Get up against Saul.
Maybe,
High five your team.
maybe they think there's one more lap or something.
Yeah. Maybe they weren't sure what lap this one finished. It's 58 laps, guys, not 59. Here you go. Go on, Marcel. Go on. Go over there. Go on. No. Okay, well, Marcel, P5. No one wants to celebrate. No one's fussed.
Blocks to you.
Yeah. Blocks to you indeed. I'm sure they're all very thrilled. Nicky, of course, our podium finishers. Nicky, Damie, Guido, especially. There we go. Our winner there, Nicky Visser, getting from P13 to P1. And with our podium celebrations underway, Adrian, I must ask, the driver of the day, sir?
Oh, it's got to be Nicky Visser, hasn't it? From
Yeah.
last to first.
Yeah, I think that does it.
Funny enough, it's exactly what happened in the UK race as
Yeah,
well. Phil
yeah.
Harris started last, finished first, driver of the day.
And he finally got driver of the day.
Yeah.
Did it. There we go. Then everybody, Nicky Visser wins round 1 of season 7 for F1 Tonight Netherlands, the Australian Grand Prix. Damian Hartman P2, Guido Urshan P3, Boy Williamson's P4, Marcel Droney P5. 4A is P6, and then everyone else unfortunately didn't manage to finish. That's Baz Denbrain, Sander Herman, R.A. Kopp, Martin Pardy Cooper, Mark Stappers, Peter Phillip, and John Donkel. All unfortunately DNF'd at various stages throughout the race. So there we have our our standings there after this race, and that'll be the championship standings as well. I don't know how it looked at the end of Australia last time.
I haven't got the notes, but all I remember is Sander Hermans of course won that race.
Yeah.
I think Nicky was 4th or 5th in that Grand Prix. But by the way, if Nicky hadn't had such an amazing drive here, my driver of the day would have been Guido Urshan.
Yeah.
For that.
Yeah, I think again I would agree with that. Yep, absolutely. So again, driver of the day runner-up. If you can have one. He's on the driver of the day podium as well, so fantastic stuff.
Good drive from both Red Bulls really as well.
Yeah, it was. Yeah,
with Marcel starting 11th, finishing 5th, and no penalties as well. No time penalties for Dronig.
It'll be an interesting standings, obviously, championship-wise after this, won't it? Because only 6 drivers will have points after round 1.
yeah.
Of course, the DNF, the non-finishers, not lucky enough to be within that 90%. So none of them will score points. So only 6 drivers with points, and only one team with both drivers scoring so far.
Baz was actually only 3 laps away from scoring points. Had to reach 53.
Yeah, 51, wasn't he? He DNF'd on 50.
50 it was.
Yeah, so a shame for him. I mean, a shame for obviously all our non-finishers, but those, you got to think the likes of Zander and Baz there, probably unluckiest if you like, so close to the end and within reach of winning too.
Yeah.
But that is the end of tonight's race and the end of our the broadcast. So driver of the day, that was of course Nicky Visser, the race winner. He is the race winner as well, as I just said. But yes,
it's been a long night.
It has been a long night. He won the race. He got driver of the day. He won it again. Fantastic. Well done, everybody. All the entrants there. Very good race. I think that's a race to start season 7 off with.
Yeah.
Good action there. Oliver came along. That just bodes well for when we get more drivers, doesn't it? For round 2, hopefully, next time out.
Yeah, big time. There's 18 on the roster, expecting a big chunk of them to be there.
Well, yeah, I mean, most weeks they normally turn up in the masses, don't they? So they're a good. They normally turn up, all of them, don't they? The Netherlands guys. So
yeah, that's right.
Fingers crossed. Round 2, of course, that's next week. That will be Thursday, the 5th of March. So we'll be pinching, punching, and first of the month thing. Obviously not.
It's actually my birthday on the 1st as well, by the way.
It is indeed.
On Sunday. So.
It is indeed. Yeah, I did know, and we're wishing you an early happy birthday, Adrian.
Oh, well, thank you very much.
But yes, we'll be back next week for the Bahrain Grand Prix on the 5th of March, and Eddie and I believe Seal is back from holiday, so it'll be Eddie and Seal, from then regular last team from. They'll be back on the 3rd, which is next Tuesday for again round 2 side of things at Bahrain. But until then, I think that's everything I have to say. Anything more from you, Adrian?
Not really, apart from if somebody can buy me a Scratch and Sniff Shrek book for my birthday, that would be great. Thank you.
Okay, perfect.
And good night.
Yeah, it's goodbye from me. Goodbye. But no, it's as always, everybody. It's a huzzah from me.
And huzzah from me.
There he is. Perfect. Good night, everybody.